It's almost dinner time on a Sunday afternoon. The wives are cooking supper. And the men? Some may be reading, some napping. But David Ash, well...
David! David?
You calling me?
Dinner's ready. You'd better come in.
Okay.
David!
In a minute.
You come in here right now. Everything will get cold. Excuse me for not bringing dinner to the garage.
That would have been a good idea.
Do you want your bed out there, too?
I'm sorry, honey.
What's for after dinner? Any ideas?
I don't know. Would you like to go over and see Jack and Ruth?
We went there Wednesday night, remember? Ruth and I sat there excitedly twiddling our thumbs while you and Jack talked about fuel rejection.
Fuel injection.
How can two grown men talk for 3 solid hours about fuel? That's what I'd like to know. And where were you Friday night?
You know Friday night is the club meeting.
The sports car club.
I guess I'm a sports car bug, that's all.
And I'm a sports car widow.
Honey, I'm sorry. Say, how would you like to go down to Florida?
Florida? What a dream. It'd be like our second honeymoon. Oh, could we, David? How? When?
In about 2 weeks. I think I can get my vacation moved up. Here, read this.
The Florida International 12-Hour Grand Prix of Endurance for the Amico Trophy. It's a sports car race.
It's not just a race, honey.
I'm not interested.
Listen. The Florida Grand Prix is the only race of its kind in North America. It is one of the championship sports car events in the entire world. Top cars from all over the world's greatest drivers. Well?
I won't do it. I'll play second fiddle to a sports car here at home, but I'll be darned if I'll play second fiddle on our second honeymoon.
But, honey...
I will not go. You hear me? I will not. N-O-T-G-O, go.
This is Sebring, jam-packed with fabulous machinery. And here's an example. A baby Alfa Romeo, the lightning-fast Giulietta Spider. In motor racing, as in just about everything else, there's paperwork. In this case, registration forms. And then into the lineup for the first hurdle, technical inspection. En route, David gets his number, 51. This identifies the car as a member of the MG racing team. And now it's his turn for checkup. Running gear, seat belts, fuel tank, and particularly brakes are tested to ensure maximum protection for drivers and spectators alike. Now, the coveted sticker of official approval, and David is off to another hurdle, a medical exam, just as thorough as the car inspection. David is okayed. Next, drivers, pitmen, and stewards discuss rules of the course. Meanwhile, the straightaway doubles as an airport, and an aerial visitor gets a tow from tiny Vespa scooters. The passenger on this one is Juan Fangio, world's champion. Over in the pit area, the pressure is on those unsung heroes, the mechanics. They bear full responsibility for their car's fitness. The driver, after all, has his hands full with the task of driving, and so the 1,000 nagging worries of car preparation fall on the pitmen. And worries start today with first practice. Here's another kind of practice, too. This crew is prepping for the Le Mans start, in which drivers dash across the track, leap into machines, and then drive off. And that's not as easy as it sounds. A fumbled safety belt or a foot snarled in floor pedals can cost precious seconds on the starting line. Practice is in dead earnest. Lap times are screamingly fast. Fangio posts 3 minutes, 27 seconds in the practice Corvette, and then he turns almost 2 seconds faster in his own Maserati. Last year's record was 3:29.7. The records will tumble this year. Let's take a look at this 5 2/10 mile circuit with 13 corners. First off, the cars run clockwise in this direction, the opposite of oval tracks. Here's the main straight, going under the bridge. After 2 bends and the tower turn, we come to a chicane, followed by the S's. This is a tricky spot where an error in judgment can multiply faster than a man's reflexes can correct. Here's how it looks from upstairs. Next tough one is the hairpin, where there's nothing to do but slow down coming in, then turn up the wick and come winging out in bottom gear. Ending a straight of nearly 4,000 feet come the warehouse turns. Hard right, then hard left. This one can add gray hairs too, and that's about par for this course. And this is only the beginning.